And welcome back to Fiesta Friday. I'm Jason Salas. Thanks so much for watching. The Liberato clan will be holding a huge reunion here on island, and Roland Blas is the historian and the chairman of this momentous event. And we are going to talk about that. Roland, half a day.
Buenas and half a day. Thank you for allowing me and inviting me, my friend, to talk about our history and our culture and our ancestral clan known today as the Ramas de Liberato. It's a lot of research I've done since maybe the age of 15 years old. I'm now 40. With all those years of interviews with all the old folks, I was able to put together the true story of what we call today the Ramas de Liberato. And the reason why we are called Liberato.
And this is your mother's family? And
this is my maternal side. My mother is late Irene Blas from the village of Zonia, and she's the daughter of the former mayor of Zonia, Mayor Ben Bernardo. He's now 84 years old, but it's my grandmother, Maria Bernardo, that is the Liberato from Zonia. So with all that said, my grandmother, I used to spend time with her after church every Sunday, actually the whole day of Sunday, until I was ready to go home, and she would share many stories of the family of her grandmother, who is the fifth oldest, whose name Andrea Pangilinan Guerrero. But the foundation itself, as I said to many, we can know each other of my generations and all generations to come of the young ones. But really to be proud as Liberato, you must learn and know and have knowledge of the foundation. Because then you will appreciate and then you will understand all these connections. So the story is that I only knew for many, many years that his name was Liberato Guerrero. I found through some records that he was a soldier that came to Guam, a Spaniard soldier, and married a local lady named Maria Flores Pangilinan, known as Kotlang. Now understand, this past September of last year, Maria Flores Pangilinan, my matriarch, the matriarch of the Liberato clan, had only one brother named Juan Flores Pangilinan. She was born in 1844. The brother, I believe, was born 1 year older, 1843. And Juan Flores Pangilinan married a lady named Maria Mendiola Borja. And that clan, known today as the Ramas de Kotla, had their reunion just in September. The oldest daughter, actually, of Juan Flores Pangilinan was Rita Bora Pangilinan, married a Spaniard, Baltazar Berdalio, to while the Berdalios came in. But on our clan, specifically known as the Ramas de Liberato, I found two documented records of the remaining Spanish, I believe, that was preserved, and today is located in a room at the MARC, Micronesian Area Research Center at University of Guam. When you walk in, there's a Spaniard lady, because understand all documents were written in Spanish. So I guess her job is to translate. And they're very preserved, so they're very restrict of allowing anybody just to go. And you have to go through this one staff who assisted me. And when I decided to unite this 2 years ago, I asked, ma'am, can you assist me if there's any recorded documents? And all I know is his name was Liberato Guerrero, born 1840. 2 weeks later, I got a call, as she herself sounded more excited than I did. And through the records, she explained to me that most of those records that were preserved, that were written in Spanish, had to do with a lot of land transaction, property. So it's not going to say who's the parents. It's not a census or genealogy. It's more of individuals that dealt with selling their properties in the 1800s and early 1900s. So she called me back to what I will read and at least to find out that we learn his real full name. So as I said, all I knew, Liberato Guerrero. She said, sir, I found two documented Spanish records. I'll read it to you. She translated it, of course. And I'll just share with you that we found out his name was Don Jose Liberato Guerrero, born 1840. And she explained to me, Don is a title, it's an honorary title. And to why she said that he must have done something specific to the community of Agatna, because it's stated that he lived in Agatna, Barrio de Agatna, to where many people lived. It's like a city, and there's districts. So Don Jose Liberato, till now, why I got the full name, through her help. But I just want to read the two stories documented, and you can find this yourself at UOG. So the first story documented, she said to me, stated, October 23rd, 1857. Don Jose Liberato sponsored a sailor from Valparaiso City, Chile, from South America, and settled in Agatna, Guam. And secondly, and that was a land that he purchased. The second story of him being documented, again, the full date, second documentation of this man was on August 19, 1867. Don Jose Liberato sold 2 wooden homes in Agatna to a man named Francisco Silva from also South America, who sold in the village of Agatna.
Okay, well,
with all that.
Yeah, real quick, we got to go to commercial break. But when is this going to be, and how can people get involved?
Okay, the important schedule events is number one. We only have 2 final meetings happening that I'm chairing. So the next meeting is January 28, 6:30 p.m. at Tumuning Senior Center, and I want to thank my prima, the mayor, for allowing Luis Rivera, allowing us to utilize the senior center. So it's at Tumuning Senior Center, and the event itself, the Ramos de Liberato reunion, number 1 is the Liberato Mass, beginning with the rosary at 5:30, family rosary, followed by Mass at 6 p.m. at the Cathedral Basilica, Dulce Nombre de Maria Cathedral Basilica, on Thursday, February 20, 2014. And then February 21st, the following day, which is a Friday, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., there's a Liberato reunion fundraiser of $10 up at the new spot in Jigo, next to Banco Guam, Jigo. And again, it's owned by a Liberato descendant, and it's to raise money to make this event possible. And lastly, the reunion event, Sunday, February 23rd, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Epal Park, Main Pavilion.
All right, well, Ron, thanks so much and good luck.
Yes.
All right, stay tuned. We're back after this.